But in the future, you save the future people. They won't have to go through this. And also, like I said, they should be looking to destroy the Night Kingdom and put back all the souls in the ley lines across the world. God.
Or history could repeat itself. The Abyss could invade once more, and it would all be for nothing.
Then ask the other countries for help. Go to send an envoy to Mondstadt, Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine, and ask them for aid. Ask him for like a piece of their army to help fight the Abyss in your own country. And what they gain is that if they can fend off the Abyss in Natlan, that will send a message to the Abyss saying that if you target any country, we'll just amass an army and push you out. God. People.
Can I say something? I once carried the hopes of many people, and I was also desperate to save our nation. In the captain's plan, I saw a chance to ensure our survival. But as I was on the brink of death, my wish for life and purpose was rekindled. I've been very fortunate to be well cared for by all the people in my life. I refuse to forget that. My feelings were so strong, they overrode my compulsion to sacrifice myself for their safety. No matter what path lies before us, we still have a destination. If we lose our way now, we will lose the meaning of our existence.
That's right. Natlan's heroes gave their lives so we could have this chance against the Abyss. Their sacrifices are our blessings. Not only are their deeds and spirits exceptionally meaningful, they may also well be our path to victory. I don't want to give up just yet.
Yeah, we're just one hero short.
The power from the device will allow me to remain awake for some time. I stand at the ready should you change your mind. Even if you fail, you need only send someone my way. My humanity is truly remarkable. Even the gods in the heavens hold you to be special. Even now, you stand before me, dazzling, like the sun.
What? I thought Celestia hated humans. What the hell? Because the gods attacked humans. But this one's like, oh, you're so special. It's like, you're on human side. Maybe you were a traitor to the gods, and you sided with the humans. Okay, maybe during the war 500 years ago, this angel came down, saw the destruction of Natlan, and created the Night Kingdom to save all the human souls from disappearing, since Natlan's ley lines were destroyed during the war. But again, it's now time to reverse that. Get rid of the Night Kingdom and recreate a proper ley lines. This was all just a temporary solution, dude.
You must have a profound connection to this land since you're so determined to save it. But what are you really trying to protect? The land or its people?
Pretty sure he wants to hear what you have to say, Traveler.
Fine. I suppose we can wait. Now that Auroron has inherited the memories of his forebear, there's only one hero left. Your plan does have the potential to generate the best outcome. In the meantime, you shall have the aid of all the Fatui under my command.
Thank you. Having such a powerful Harbinger on my side is a big advantage.
We have 3 Harbingers on our side. Child, the Captain, and the woman that does, like, she likes children. I don't care about her. She was a big disappointment.
I know we may never completely see eye to eye
Not much
on
of a
what
villain.
it means to protect life. But for now, I'm willing...
Oh, go skip this. Oh, that's so stupid. It should be a handshake, not a fist.
All right, we should let everyone else know about the plan. They're probably still at each other's throats outside.
Good idea. We need to explain the situation.
Where's the action,
guess
man?
we'll
When they
stick
did
around
this
then.
trailer, they showed a bunch of action.
I'll update everyone outside. Let's meet back up at the stadium.
It's like, oh, we're going to war with the Abyss, and things are gonna hit. Shit is gonna hit the fan. It's gonna be epic, and okay.
You come to me with many questions.
Oh my God! This is
And
the
you should be
end. This is
rewarded
the
for your
end.
bravery.
Every
Ask,
time they do
and
this,
you
it's
shall
like
have
the
the
end
knowledge you seek.
of the patch. Oh my God! That was it. This was this was boring. I expected more. Anyways, let's go through it. Okay, you come with me with many questions. Bravery, ask what you shall say. Okay, it's time for some lore bombs. About the power of the heavens.
They do not like being mentioned by name by any living being,
Really?
be it an ordinary human or one of the seven. They prefer to remain in the shadows as shades.
I thought they were angels. Apparently not. The beings of Celestia, what are they? So they're not like I said, the Archons, those are the seven.
The one you wish to know about? I call her the ruler of death. She helped Natlan establish the rules. It was also under her guidance that I created the Night Kingdom.
Ruler of Death. She helped me establish the rules. Her guides, I created the Night Kingdom.
It was an expression of love, as well as an act of reparation. She was seen as having significantly overstepped her authorities as a shade, which quite displeased the almighty... heavenly principles.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right here. Use the washroom. Okay, I'm back. I made myself a sandwich and ate it too. Okay, I was eating my sandwich and looking at the screen here. I'm like, oh my God, no, wait. She's talking about herself. This person, I can't pronounce her name. Yol Non Lin Chi Tin? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. This person here, the Lord of the Night, she's talking about herself. I told you that the people of Celestia attacked the world, right? And apparently this person attacked Natlan, but she overstepped her authority or did something bad that pissed off the second descender, or the second god to enter this world. And she says heavenly principles, and like I said, the second descender is posing as the first descender, because the first descender already established a command structure with the archons and these things called angels and shades and all of stuff like that. This person here, she was a being of Celestia. She was tasked with attacking Natlan, but she pissed off the heavenly principles, the second descender. And so the way she talks about, protecting people and willing to sacrifice herself and all that stuff, look at that. And look what she said, an expression of love and an act of reparation, right? But she feels guilty. So this is her. She's talking about herself. She pissed off the heavenly principles, the god. And if you remember, we earlier, it was said that the people of Celestia are all asleep. And guess what? We just woke this thing up, saying that she was asleep. So it fits there too. And like I said, we don't. The people of Celestia, we call ourselves shades, because maybe they feel guilty about destroying the world. Maybe later, and remember, she said the Lord of Death, the one she calls the Lord of Death. So it was the heavenly principles that attacked the world and commanded everyone in Celestia to do the same. And that's why this being here calls the heavenly principles the Lord of Death.
She succumbed to self-pity as a result, and no longer cared if others discussed her identity. Even so, her existence remains unknown to all but a select few.
See, it's still fitting her. She's talking about herself, the Lord of the Night.
Self-pity?
Please don't tell anyone I used that word. I'm just trying to speak plainly to conserve energy. You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery.
Okay,
Ask,
so
and you shall have the knowledge you seek.
the Loom of Fate was like the interlude between the two expansions here. I forget what the Loom of Fate does. You can alter the ley lines, and the ley lines is data, the memory of the world. So,
I'm not familiar with that concept.
See?
The device is capable of weaving and creating ley lines, you say?
Yeah.
Even I cannot create something from nothing. I can only reconstruct the ley lines by reassembling the yet intact components into a new structure. If that power were available to the people of Natlan, they might have a new option against the Abyss. You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery. Ask, and you shall have the knowledge you seek.
Yeah, so the Loom, she wouldn't know anything about the Loom of Fate because that's what the... Is it the Abyss? Yes, it's the Abyss that's trying to create... take control of the ley lines. And the Loom of Fate was created way after what she did in the Night Kingdom, create the Night Kingdom. About elemental energy and the Abyss.
Phlogiston is Teyvat's primordial form of energy. The heavenly principles used phlogiston as a basis for the creation of elemental energy, to develop a power to better counter the Abyss. Have you heard of the concepts of the light realm and the human realm? That explanation might take too long.
The light realm and the human realm. The spiritual realm and the physical realm? The light realm might be where Celestia and the heavenly principles exist. So it's basically like that. It's about Valinor. For those people who do Lord of the Rings, I think it's like Valinor, where the gods live.
Light refracts into 7 different colors, which we collectively refer to as a rainbow.
Oh.
Elemental energy is a similar concept. It's essentially the modern counterpart of phlogiston.
Light refracts into 7 different... Yes, which is collectively referred to as a rainbow. Elemental energy is a similar concept. It is essentially the modern counterpart of phlogiston. So phlogiston is all the elemental energies combined, all the elements combined together, basically. And the separate energies of this plant, water, hydro, dendro, air, and fire are all pieces fragmented from phlogiston.
You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery.
The light realm. And the
Ask, and you shall have the knowledge you seek.
Oh, my ancient name.
Ah, yes, yes. The artisan from the Children of Echoes has yet to mention the matter to me. Probably because the young girl from the Masters of the Nightwind is absent. No matter. I'll reach out and tell them what needs to be done.
She called Sitali a young girl.
Young girl?
What? Did I say something wrong? You come to me with many questions. And you should be rewarded for your bravery.
So, like, only the top question was, like, the biggest one. Reveal.
Time to go.
Leave. Friendlies? They're not attacking me.
In that case, allow me to formally welcome the Fatui to our cause. We now face a common enemy. It's time to put our differences behind us and look to the future. As for Auroron, his actions may have been out of line, but I don't intend to punish him right now. I'd rather give him a chance to prove himself.
A magnanimous decision.
We're back! Whoa. Seeing the two of you chatting like this, Paimon almost feels like she's dreaming.
This may be an unexpected outcome, but a favorable one nonetheless. Now that we're all here, I have some questions of my own. Tell me, how did you discover the source mechanism?
We weren't getting any closer to obtaining the Gnosis, so I had my men scour Natlan for a different option. Auroron helped as well. We tracked down 3 scholars, Aberawa, Bosomtwe, and Kushtal, and combined the results of their research to locate this ancient device.
I've never heard those names before. Seems like my own investigation failed to locate some critical personnel. I'm just not sure how I missed them.
Strange. Perhaps they simply live in seclusion. In any case, their results speak for themselves.
That's true. Now we have another option at our disposal. Compared to using the Gnosis, our current plan will buy us some time. And if all else fails, we still have this plan as a last resort. Even though executing it will come at a heavy cost.
But that means making everyone forget their past. We should definitely try to avoid it if we can.
Why not, write down the information? Yeah. Each person writes a diary of themselves and up to that point. Or you go to Sumeru and ask them to create a device that can store memories or something like that. Like, there are other options you can look for, man. I mean, it reached critical point now. Like, all the stuff I'm suggesting, they can't do right now because apparently they're at the cliff's edge. Like, there's no more time. But they could have done this way beforehand. Back up people's memories, write it down, write a book and send it to another country to hold. Ask for allies in other countries.
Oh, actually, speaking of the Gnosis, how did you know what it could do?
That story begins with the Cataclysm 500 years ago.
Oh.
I failed to save Conria from the rampage of the Abyss. When the situation became unsalvageable, I fled to Natlan with the remainder of my platoon, only to find that Natlan had fallen victim to the same tragedy. I defended this land for quite some time, and, in the process, met the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, Aizu. I'm sure many people viewed Conria as the cause of the tragedy, but Aizu was kind to me all the same, and even helped me in my time of need. From that moment, I made it my mission to aid Natlan. In battle, a warrior fights to win. Even though my homeland was lost, I was already committed to this fight. Together, Aizu and I fought many battles and overcame countless hardships. However, he was unable to escape his fate, and, in his final moments, told me the secret of the Gnosis.
So it was him. He recommended using the Gnosis on several occasions even before the tragedy. But I turned him down each time. You knew him, and you fought for Natlan all those years ago. Why don't I recognize you? It must be the mask.
Even without the mask, my past appearance is long gone. Even with the curse of immortality, the flesh still rots.
Wait, do you know someone named Dainsleif?
Oh, there you go.
That problem doesn't seem quite so extreme for him.
You've met him already?
Yeah, a bunch of times. Sounds like you know him too.
During the age of Conria, all I knew was his name.
Aw.
The last time I saw him in person, he was traveling with the prince.
So yeah, your twin is the prince, the leader of Shiznaya.
He carries a degree of pain and hatred that far surpasses my own. Yes, you're the sister of the prince. Given the role I held in Conria, I would prefer not to harm you. Although, this is likely a self-imposed burden. If the prince saw me now, I doubt he would even recognize me. As for your question, I don't know how Dane managed to slow the deterioration of his body. My appearance is much changed, and that's not the only thing. Even my physical strength is a shadow of what it once was.
I would have never known. During our battle, it felt like I was fighting against the pinnacle of human strength.
And I still lost. I deserve no praise for that outcome. Still, it's a shame we never faced off 500 years ago. You could have seen what I was truly capable of.
I agree. Had we fought then, I'd also have been more motivated to go all out.
So, all that commotion back at the stadium, and you're saying neither of you were using your full strength?
I'd say we're evenly matched. If we face off again, victory will come down to who wants it more.
I imagine you held back since there were spectators around that could have gotten hurt. But capitalizing on that situation would have only led to a hollow victory. It would have been no different than taking hostages. My goal was the Gnosis, and I failed to obtain it. That means I lost, plain and simple. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa allows every harbinger the freedom to pursue the meaning of their existence.
No, I was wrong.
When the time comes, that freedom can take precedence over her orders.
Wait, I'm confused now. What? Her Majesty. So it's not the prince. I thought the prince was Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Apparently not. The prince. Apparently the prince is just your twin is just a soldier in her army? Like a general or something? Like a harbinger?
That's why our methods can be so radically different, despite sharing the same goal and the same sovereign. I needed the Gnosis because I came here to save Natlan. That was my primary motive. Once Natlan is saved, if the Gnosis still remained in my possession, I could bring it back to Snezhnaya.
My decision regarding the Gnosis will not change. So let's focus on the Abyss for now.
Right! What happens when all 6 heroes are together?
We will unleash a great power that can be used to thwart the Abyss. But only once. It's a power that Xbalanque gained from Renova. Renova is a god whose existence predates any Archon. You can think of her like an emissary of the heavenly principles.
A shade.
She controls the power of death.
Oh. Ooh. Again. She controls the power of death. And remember, that Lord of the Night Kingdom said that the being called Bringer of Death told her to come down and create the Night Kingdom. And Renova predates the Archons. So the Descender came, battled the first god, impersonated her, created Celestia, and the beings in Celestia each created an Archon to be their messenger, I guess? Their enforcer? And then the god at that time, the second Descender, still impersonating the first god, told the Shades to destroy the world. And then the Shades told the Archons to... Oh no. The Archons fought against the Abyss. And the Abyss is the army of the second Descender, the Heavenly Principles? I am so confused how this all fits together. Fuck. Giving me a headache. An emissary of the Heavenly Principles. So she was a Shade. Or an angel. And she's the one who told the being to come down and create the Night Kingdom for Natlan after the war. And even the being of the Night Kingdom calls this Ravonna the god of death. Or the bringer of death or something.
Wait, is that why you have the Ode of Resurrection?
Yes. Renova also orchestrated Natlan's rules. As for the Divine Throne...
Yeah. Ravonna has to be a being of Celestia that felt guilty for destroying Natlan.
Like I said before, when a human ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. The size of the flame depends on the person's potential. The same principle applies to the ruler of Death's power. With one notable distinction. The amount of power inherited will not change depending on your ability to tolerate it. In other words, it's a kind of power that not everyone can withstand. But if you survive the trial, you will gain unprecedented strength and the ability to harness powers more formidable than any Archon.
That still sounds really risky.
We cannot walk this path without accepting risk. Mualani charged into the Night Kingdom despite the abyssal contamination. Auroron fought back from the brink of death. In the face of their bravery, I must respond in kind. That is my duty.
Spoken like a true leader.
All right, that's enough for one day. You should head back and get some rest. I'm sure you're exhausted. The Abyss will likely sense the change in Auroron. It's possible the frequency of the attacks will increase. There are many challenges to come, so we need to be prepared.
When you put it that way, Paimon feels even more exhausted. Alright, let's head back.
That's interesting. I just realized something. I thought all Conrians were turned into the Hilichurls. Because the Hilichurls are cursed beings. But that guy, he must have died before the curse was applied, because his soul is still there.